Hey guys, what's going on? Damian Forrester here at Sacred Grounds, and I have the judges in front of me for our inaugural karaoke for high schoolers Melody Master. So I am pretty excited to introduce the judges, find out a little bit more about them, and ask some cool questions to bring out some stuff about you guys. Hopefully you guys can get more information and get to reach out to these guys for anything you guys might need. So we're gonna start here. We have, Sterlo. I forgot the R on that one, so I apologize. We also have Alyssa Carmen and Callie Partridge to that far right here. So guys, thank you guys so very much for coming through. I really appreciate it. This is the big thing I feel for Billings and our youth. Because there's a lot of things going on in town. I want to make sure that we have a safe place for them to come out, and especially those with talent to come out and just come out and do what they have to do in order to bring the talent to those here in Billings. So you guys are participating, and as volunteers, I want to thank you guys so very much for coming through. All right. So I've got a couple of questions for you guys. All right. So starting off with just about yourselves. All right. So whomever would like to start, if we can just get someone. What got you into this industry?
I'll go first. As a kid, I always loved music. Music was somewhere that was just an outlet, somewhere I could go and just be by myself, and the outside chaos was just silent. So I was always just a lover of music. I sang choir in high school, but I had a fear of being on stage that was crippling. Like, I just did not want to get in front of people. I do not like all eyes on me. So that was something
you would never know that
helped. Yeah, I've come a long way, literally. So that's kind of my reason too for wanting to be a part of this, is just to, there's talent out there that is just maybe just needs a safe place to fight that fear. And that to me is what Sacred Grounds is. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm Alyssa Carmen. I'm originally from Iowa. I pretty much lived there my entire life. I've always loved music, but I'm super passionate about teaching voice lessons. Like, that is just my absolute favorite thing, is helping people discover their own voice, because I truly believe that your body is your instrument, and because of that, there's principles with that you can learn how to manipulate, different things in your body to help you sing better. And I absolutely love what they're doing here at Sacred Grounds. I would love to add to that, because I failed my first solo that I ever sang. Like, I went up there and I forgot all the words, and it was so mortifying, yeah. And I just I love that this opportunity is just a really good, safe place for people to kind of just experiment performing in front of other people and just cheering on your peers and getting to know people all across the community. I just think that's so awesome. So,
thanks for sharing that. That's fun. All right, Sterlo.
Sterlo. Poetry for me was poetry growing up. It was something I was really into, and then I wrote my first song, not as a joke, but like it wasn't supposed to go anywhere.
Yeah.
And I was part of the basketball team, so I showed some of my teammates, and they were like, "Oh, you should drop that." So I put it out on SoundCloud, and it actually did like some numbers, and then just started doing shows, and fell in love with being on stage.
Oh,
and I like that what you guys are doing here, just like they said, especially being from here and growing up. Like, I think it's pretty easy to go out and get into trouble, especially when you're boarding in high school and living here. So having I wish they would have had something like this around school for sure.
it's awesome to hear. Thank you. Thank you all for sharing that. That means a lot, especially, for us at Sacred Grounds. We're trying to do something, I think, every month positive for our community, and so you guys are a big part of that right now. So thank you. So let's ask this question, and that question is, what would you think one of the most memorable things in your musical careers that you can remember? It made you be like, I did this, I made it, or you've made a positive impact on someone or something.
I just recently had a show on Friday, and just being able to, my mom was able to make it. We didn't quite sell it out. It was at the pub station, but there was a point where I was singing one of the songs and I could hear the crowd singing along with me, which was amazing. And I got to put the mic out in the crowd and sang into it. So that was cool. That's when I was like,
concert moments right there. Yeah. You sing, you feel that.
Yeah, I was like, and that's kind of been a dream to be able to do, because even if people like your music when you're on stage, they probably don't know the words a lot of the times, especially, even like a B-list artist, too well known, but that was really cool to hear people sing the song. So that's awesome.
Anybody else want to share?
I think for me, like, there's just a lot of little moments, but just when I'm like teaching voice lessons and there's just this epiphany that all of a sudden happens where, for example, I had a student just this last week that there was this note that she hits in warm-ups, but was that part in the song just like was out the window, and we were able to figure out, the type of effort that she needed to put in, like have more breath support. She said, well, I just need to open my mouth more and I needed to put some more effort in. And all of a sudden that note was just so beautiful, and like it just literal chills in that moment. Like there's nothing cooler than seeing someone else like grow confidence in themselves and just finding that for themselves. I don't know. That just is so fulfilling.
Yeah. Awesome.
My little win, I've come a long way, like I said. So from being a shy person that loved to sing but just was afraid, I got the opportunity to sing the national anthem at the Mustangs game. And that felt big, like to me. I was like, that's pretty cool. So that was an experience that I'm proud of.
It's funny, you guys will all do a little something tonight.
Sure.
I don't know, we'll see, right? All right, so there are a lot of people out there, and you guys, well, I think all three of you guys alluded to doing that first thing, or just getting past that fear, right? Singing, or maybe getting in front of someone, or singing that first song, whatever the case may be. If any one of you, the three of you, can tell us, what would you say to encourage someone to take that first step?
You're not going to die. I know it feels like you're going to die, but you're not going to die.
Yeah.
And for me, fear never goes away. It's always there, even to this day.
It's strong.
I used to do, the bar thing. So you'd get liquid courage first, and that would really help. And then I got to the point where I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to be buzzed to get up there and sing. So, man, I still shake. I hold that mic and I'll stand up there. I get nerves, for sure. Fear never goes away, but you're not going to die.
Not going to die. All right. Anyone else like to share?
My dad always said growing up, you're nervous because you care. And
Yeah,
I think that's a big thing.
For sure.
It's like you always are going to get nervous before you do something, but I do think that fear, it becomes less like scary each time that you do it. Each time that you put yourself out there, the more practice you get, the easier it's going to be. And like, no, this is a great opportunity, whether it's performing karaoke in front of other people or auditioning for something. Like, I think the more you practice, the easier it gets. So
Yeah, true that. Did you have anything to add?
It was pretty similar to theirs.
Yeah.
I get butterflies the same way I did before every basketball game. So
Right.
I get nervous because I care.
All right. Let's see. So we have our students out there. They're going to be coming in here pretty soon, and so what are you guys looking for? We know this is like I mentioned earlier, not America's Got Talent or anything like that, but it's a small version of that, right? We are hoping that these students can come in and represent their schools, and hopefully come back again. But what are you guys looking for from the students?
I think to be surprised. I'd like to maybe see somebody shy and just go for it. Or I'd like to see somebody really confident and just go for it too. So I think anybody who gets up on the stage is worth just to get up there.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're a true winner. They're just coming up here, right?
Absolutely.
Just taking that first step. I get it. All right.
I don't know. Just I'm excited to see people just have fun, like put themselves out there. Just like you said.
Awesome. Anything that you're looking for in particular tonight? Because I'm sorry to cut you off, but there's going to be different ranges of people doing different things. Somebody might be singing country. Somebody might be singing rap. Somebody might be singing opera. Right?
I don't know.
Somebody might just come in here and just start doing poetry. This is karaoke, right? So, what are your thoughts?
Kind of like she said, to be surprised, probably just to be able to find talent if I can and be able to help push them in the right direction. Because I've been doing it for 7 years, and I remember when I first started doing it, still don't know everything. Right. Just to help be able to guide them, like getting on the stages. That's great.
Right. All right, I'm going to pivot this a little bit and ask you guys a question on about yourselves. So, there was one artist that you would perform with, would want to perform with, past, present, or maybe somebody's upcoming. Who would that be? And why? It sounds like a tough one, right? All right, take your time. Take your time. Who wants to go first? One artist. One artist.
Just one.
Just one. It's that person that, like, oh my gosh.
XXX.
Oh,
Why?
He's deceased. They like passed away, so won't be able to. But he was always one of my favorite artists, especially coming up. And I followed him. Like, I really followed him. So like I was there for his personal growth and whatnot. He kind of used to be, like a troubled kid, but he was always looking out for other people towards it. So
Right.
And his music's just amazing.
That's awesome. All right. Anybody else? Well, I want to get an answer. I need to know what I can say.
I mean, my heart wants to say like Etta James. Just one. But I think a more modern one would probably be Leve. She's like kind of a newer, like, she kind of has revived the modern jazz into pop music. She just won her first Grammy, and I don't know, I absolutely love her voice, and it just really touched me different. I don't know, like there's something when I just listened to it that I was like, her voice is beautiful, and I think that would be the coolest thing ever. But
And can you say that name?
it's Leve, but it's spelled like Laufey. It's she's Icelandic, Chinese, I don't know. But the name is Laufey.
Yeah, interesting. Awesome. I gotta look those things up. All right.
If I had to pick,
One person.
yeah, it probably would be Pink.
Ooh, solid.
That's a solid one.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Yeah. She is. Her
She's a
range
good
is-
person too. Like
Yeah.
she's a good mom, and she beats to her own drum, which I really admire. She doesn't go with the masses. I feel like she's okay to stand out and be herself, and
Okay.
she's just fierce.
She is.
I swore that I was gonna marry Pink.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, she's a badass.
Yeah.
You're right. She's just like, yeah, she's a strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Mhm.
I'm thinking about her. Anyway, right. Great. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so tell me, what are your go-to songs karaoke? What is your, like, give me 2 or 3 you're like, okay, I'm going on stage, I'm singing this song.
Black Horse Cherry Tree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like Shallow. That's a good one.
Okay. All right. You guys got it.
Probably either At Last by Etta James, or What's Up by the Four Non Blondes.
Nice.
It's just, I feel like that's just a classic one. It's so fun, and like, I love it.
I can't remember the name of the song. It's by Fun. Give me a second now. Need to get my story straight.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but yeah.
I know that one.
Get a few drinks in me and I'll get it.
Oh man, I got a couple myself, but I forgot. Okay, let's see. All right, so let's wrap this up a little bit. All right, so those that are coming on tonight, what would you encourage them or tell them, motivate them to do for tonight, the future, whatever? Some good words of wisdom.
Mine would be say yes. Even if you're afraid, you don't know until you try. So go for it.
Say yes.
Try to get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
That's where the growth happens.
Yeah, that's true. All good. Okay.
I think don't let anything get you down. Just keep trying no matter what. Because the more you try, like we said earlier, the easier it gets. And I feel like just also don't be afraid to just have fun. It's like,
Yeah.
I feel like the goofier you are, or the more like outlandish sometimes, like that's just the more fun that you have.
That's great advice. All three of you. Thank you guys very much. So, once again, thank you guys very much for watching. If any of these guys wanted to get a hold of you guys for anything, if it's within the metaphysical field or singing or karaoke or getting on a stage, how would they get a hold of you to start?
Kelly Partridge Intuitive Artist on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. My website's kbia444.com, and I am here on most Saturdays at Sacred Grounds.
You can follow me on TikTok or Instagram at Alyssa Carmen Sings, or you could just text me too. I have flyers kind of around town, so if you ever see one of my flyers, don't be afraid to just pull a little bit and then give me a call. I don't know the phrase, you know.
Probably, I think my name on all of my socials is Knosterlo, UKNOSTERLO.
Yeah.
If I'm not on that, like Instagram or something, you can probably message my business account, Head Fashion Clothing, on Instagram. Just DM me.
Well, this is a talent I didn't know about.
Um,
You got a fashion line now?
Yeah, I just started up. Me and my friends.
Outstanding.
Congrats. Had some jeans I just made the other day.
We'll get to that one a little bit later, but for right now, I love entrepreneurs, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, entrepreneurs, they're like, here, this is
I'm
what
not
it's
going
all
to miss an
about.
opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go.
I'm like, oh, camera.
Let me show you.
All right. Well, thank you guys very much for watching. If you can get a hold of these guys, you know how to do that now. My name is Damian Forrester here, one of the owners of Sacred Grounds Healing and Art Studio. We have amazing coffee. So check that out. Also, our environment is like none other in Billings, Montana. So this is definitely a destination spot. Many of you for the first time here, all right, and those that have been here for a while know who we are, what we are all about. It is about positive communication and positive vibes, and being a positive community member for our community and the people around us. So that's why we have this tonight. And thank you guys once again for being part of it.
Thanks for
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Thank you.